Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Let's talk about the first white dial Speedmaster moonwatch that's been on everyone's radar. I'm super excited to show you hands-on footage of this watch. I really enjoyed seeing it in person for the first time. Seeing this white dial, it looks very crisp and sharp and very clean. It's the first white lacquer dial Speedmaster Professional moonwatch that's ever been introduced. And this was announced just a couple of days ago on March 5th, 2024. And all of the dimensions and specifications are virtually the same as its black dial counterpart. It utilizes the exact same movement, the 3861, with 50 hours of power reserve. And it's META certified, of course. And then all of the dimensions are going to be exactly the same as the classic Moonwatch. This white dial Speedmaster will only be offered in this sapphire sandwich configuration, and it also has the dot over 90 on the bezel, which all the enthusiasts love for some reason. And this watch also comes with a couple of strap options in addition to this wonderful steel bracelet. It comes with a micro perforated leather strap, which looks really sporty in the pictures, and also a rubber strap with a moon surface pattern on the underside. So I'd really love to see those straps in person. On the wrist, this watch looks really good. It looks really sporty. It just has an extra, I don't know, just pop, extra contrast compared to your classic moon watch. Just offers something just a little bit different. And I think that's what Omega was going for here. They really weren't going for anything super revolutionary or breakthrough. They just wanted to offer a nice counterpart to the already very classic and iconic Moonwatch. In addition to this lovely white lacquer dial, we also have touches of red on the Speedmaster script as well as on the tip of the chronograph seconds hand. We also have applied black markers and black polished hands. And then you have a black logo and black sub seconds hands as well. So some really great contrast on this dial. It's very legible and has a really nice pop. The original Speedmaster, of course, is iconic, timeless. The design, the black dial and the white markers, white hands, everything is monochromatic and really made to be very legible at a glance. At first for the race car drivers and later for the astronauts. So you really can't deny the classic Moonwatch. It's always going to be timeless. It's always going to be iconic. But if you are just craving for something a little bit different, something a little bit out of left field, I think the White Dial Speedmaster is a good choice, a good alternative, maybe a good addition to your rotation if you already own a Black Dial Speedmaster. I can't speak to the availability or if there's going to be wait lists for this thing, but I really think that that kind of adds something special to it, right? If you have a watch that is a little bit harder to get than your run-of-the-mill Speedmaster, I think that it'll just make the white dial Speedmaster seem a little bit more special, kind of like the Snoopy or the 321. But if Omega can crank these out in large volumes, I don't see why they would need to hold back inventory just to artificially inflate the hype and demand for this white dial Speedmaster. I think that's kind of silly as well. Now, one thing that's a little bit different is that this white dial Speedmaster, because it has the black applied hour markers, it doesn't have as much lume because there's these lume pips instead on the outside of the hour markers. So instead of having these fully lumed printed indices, you have these sort of lume pips. So it's just a bit of a trade-off if you're potentially cross-shopping both of these watches. Would you rather have the printed indices with more lume, or would you rather have the applied indices with less lume? I thought that the white lacquer dial and the red printing and the color and look and feel of it was very similar to the white dial SMP, which has been a fan favorite ever since it was released. So if you're a fan of that color and you love the Speedmaster and you love sort of the smaller proportions and feeling on wrist, you're really going to love this model. So in closing, I think this is a great release from Omega. It's not exactly the most creative or mind-blowing release, but it offers something that is a contrast, an alternative to the classic Moonwatch. Omega has definitely done white dial Speedmasters before. If you're a fan of the Alaska Project or some of the speedy racing models or Canopus Gold models, even the Speedmaster Reduced, I think, had some white dials. And of course, there was also the Tokyo 2020 model, which had that very nice Panda configuration. I think a similar execution to that subdial configuration would have looked really good on this model as well. It would have offered a little bit more contrast. But as it stands, I think it's a very clean, legible dial, and this is going to be a hit. It already has been in the watch community. So hope you guys enjoyed this first look at the white dial Speedmaster Professional. Let me know your thoughts, questions, comments below, and I'll catch you in the next video.